this is Ed. I'm going to show how to hook a DTC-24 to our GFPE panel. The GFPE panel that I'm using is a 4-circuit. I've got power coming into circuit number 1. That power has to match the part number of the GFPE panel. In this case, it's a 120 volt GFPE panel. So I run 120 volts to circuit number 1, which also supplies power to the control transformer to make the device work. You don't need to populate the other 3 circuits, or you can populate the other 3 circuits with a different voltage. The critical one is circuit number 1. So in this case, I've got 120 volts coming in, which supplies power to this. So to make the system completely automatic, you hook it to the DTC-24. And that is simply by taking the 24 volts off of terminal A. In this case, it's right here. It's a black wire and a red wire. And then run those 2 wires to the DTC-24. And that would go into the incoming power contacts where I've got the black and red wire here. So that's all that's required to do that. Then we have the mechanical contacts inside the GFPE4 panel. Since they're mechanical, putting a jumper wire across there will activate the system. All you're doing is closing a low voltage loop. So I've taken the mechanical activation contacts off at TA1 and 2, and I've run them to the contacts inside the DTC-24. And that's all that's required to make this completely automatic controlling this. This device gets its power from this. If you notice on the terminal strip, it has 120 volt activation as well. So you can turn this on with another device that would switch 120 volts to this. So now you have 2 ways of activating this system. You can use one or the other or both. If you hook 120 volts up to the 120 volt activation and leave it there, the GFPE panel will not shut off. So if you have an issue with your ground fault panel not turning off, check what's ever supplying 120 volts. Some thermostats supply 120 volts, and other control devices do. So that would be the first thing to check. And that's all that's required to make this system operate. It's very straightforward, it's very simple. Thanks.